Hey everyone, Nick Ogilvy here with Texas TVs. Now, a lot of you have asked me about the Texas TVs, the mega TVs, LED TVs, and are they really weatherproof? How durable are they? That's a lot of money for a TV, so I just want to make sure I get a bang for your buck, whatever. Well, first of all, you can get one with our financing programs for around 230 to on the high end $300 a month for the TV that I have that I'll show you here in just a second. But they are all weatherproof, very very durable, and fortunately and unfortunately, you get to see how durable they actually are on my own personal TV, my own personal Texas TV. So yeah, let's kind of jump into that so you can see the TV. So as you see here, we've got one pole, got the TV set up there, watching the voice, and everything's going great. So that night, I knew we were going to have a big storm come in, and so I turned all the power to it off and all of that good stuff, just because I knew that a huge storm was coming. So this is what happened later on that night, or about 3 o'clock in the morning. Here in Texas, we had about 75 mile an hour winds, and as you can see from that one post, that wasn't enough to wind. It made it one big, huge bell. And right after I got done with this video, probably about 10 seconds later, that screen was thrown from the ground, and the top of the screen's 10 foot in the air. So it had a 10-foot fall or crash, whatever you have, from the wind. It was man, I didn't know what to do. I thought, well, no more TV, right? That's what I thought. So the next morning, I was pretty upset, and I started picking it up, picked it up, and as you can see, the thing is covered in mud. I mean, just absolutely covered. So we let it drain for a day, all the water out of it, because it had ripped the door off the back of it. I mean, and it just fell. And so I had to repair the door, put the door back, and all the insides got drenched. And so I know that it's IP65 rated, and it's, supposedly submersible. But I saw all this water just flooded inside this. So I just thought it was toast. So, like I said, I lifted up with the tractor, with the forks, let it drain for a day, got all the water out, took my leaf blower, opened the doors, blew, tried to blow everything dry. I hadn't added any power to it at this point, right? So I did add power to it the following day, and everything turned on. Now, I couldn't see the screen yet, but everything turned on. And I knew if everything turned on, that it was going to be okay, because the rest of that stuff is so simple to replace that it's just like a few screws, and everything on the TV is plug and play. So I wasn't too stressed. So what I did was I got another 4-inch square tube, 1/4 inch thick, dug a 3-foot hole, buried it in concrete, and then my brother came in this past weekend, and he welded the angle iron to the post, right? And so we have that done, and lo and behold, it turned back on, and everything is perfect. So that's us watching the Phoenix Suns game, and I believe it was the Spurs that night, or Denver. I think Oh, Denver. Yeah, Denver that night. And I'm sorry for the lines, guys. That's just from the fresh rate that it's going 240, screens per second or whatever, and my phone can only do 60. But I just wanted you to see that TV getting ripped from that single pole. So if you do buy one, I do recommend doing two post. Um, or we can have a deal where it hangs from, whatever. But that TV there's it's a P4, and you can go to the let me get on here real quick and I'll show you the so you can go on here and you can see this is the TV that I have, the Mega TV 123. And I mean, for most backyards, this is probably the best that you're going to need. But we have financing, like I said. We have all sorts of stuff to let me quit sharing this real quick. So we have all sorts of things to help you get through this. We'll offer you installation, things like that. I do recommend that you have a licensed electrician run 2 conduits, or 2, because you're going to have to put the Cat 6 next to the power cord, but they can't be in the same conduit. And why is sometimes the frequency can hit and it might not be as clear picture. So you want 2, and then we'll hook them up, and that's it. You get to sit and enjoy. It's 5,000 nits, so no glare from the sun. The TV, I'm running at 20%, and you're more than welcome to come out here to my place, check out the TV yourself. I mean, it's amazing. It is amazing. And like I said, for around $230, $300 a month, you can have an awesome TV that can withstand. Now, I have the steel cabinets. We can get you the aluminum cabinets. I just chose the steel I chose steel because it was like $1,500 cheaper, and I just wanted to see what they can withstand. Obviously, they can withstand a lot. The aluminum can withstand a lot as well. They're anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000 more, but we can get those, and we can get your screens here in 2 weeks. So each screen's custom. We got to make sure that everything's programmed correctly, software's installed and everything, but I can get it to you within 2 weeks from the date of purchase. And if y'all have any questions at all about these TVs, please let me or Chase know. We'd be more than happy to talk to you about these. Like I said, this one here is a P4 pixel pitch. So take a P4, that's a normal outdoor TV. You're going to take that and multiply it times 3, so 12 feet. So 12 feet and further out is optimal viewing for the TV. But, when the kiddos come into town and grandkids and stuff like that, we're going to be able to have movie nights out here. We're going to watch March Madness out here. It's going to be a lot of fun. So basically, just bringing the wow factors to people's backyards, something that they can use year round. So it's not anything like like typical, like a pool or something like that, where really you're only using it 4 and 5 months out of the year, stuff like that. Whereas a TV, you can use it continuously. You could run this thing for 11 years straight before it would even start losing its power. So, but 5,000 nits, guys, it's super bright. You can see what it looks like at 20%. 100% is just too bright. So in the daytime, whenever the light's hitting it just right, we can bump it up to maybe 40, 50%. Still no glare. It's an awesome TV. So yes, it's worth it. Yes, you're going to get your money out of it. So hit me up, Nick@luxblades.com, if you want to purchase one of these TVs, or like on the bottom of the ticker here, it's order yours now at texastvs.com. Sunlight-readable.com. So order. Have fun, guys, and talk to you